The conversation on racial equality continues tonight in Iowa City. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tiffany O'Donnell. Scott Sanborn has the night off. The City Council tonight held a work session with the community and laid out some new initiatives to move the conversation forward. CBS 2 News reporter Jason Hackett live in Iowa City now with more on the plan. Jason.
Tiffany, to understand what's going on out here, you have to go back in time a little bit to 2012. That's when an ad hoc diversity committee released a report on some of the issues with minorities here in the city. The City Council accepted some recommendations from that report, but after some recent events around the country and a lot of complaints and calls they've been getting here into City Hall, they decided more advanced steps needed to be taken.
I really do commend you for sitting here listening to the concerns in our community.
And the concerns in Iowa City are many.
No racist police!
Now the framework for equality is being drawn.
There's 5 areas that we wanted to focus on: conversation, accountability, outreach, training, and justice.
Within those 5 areas include initiatives like listening posts around the city, expanding the use of body cameras, and diversity training. The City Council spent more than an hour taking public comment, and opinions were diverse. Some say you can't even start discussing solutions without frank conversation.
We cannot begin to move away from a rhetoric of racial disparity and inequality until we can publicly name it and discuss it with open minds.
Others say the solutions that were laid out are a good start, but are concerned they were too vague.
What I see here is just general recommendations. There is no specific thing to be done.
Meanwhile, others spent their time at the mic proposing ways to strengthen the framework the council laid out.
There needs to be people of color who have official positions in city government.
Speak to your police chief and your police department that work for you, and you can tell them to make arrests for nonviolent misdemeanors of drugs their lowest policing priority.
Whatever conversations continue on with black people and other people of color, you include queer people, you include disabled people, you include trans women especially, and you reach out to the Muslim population.
City leaders acknowledge that there's still a lot of work to do.
This is certainly not the first and will absolutely not be the last point of engagement between us and the community.
Now, Councilman Kingsley Botchway also proposed his own 6-point plan. They include things like working with other governments here in the area on equity and developing ways to involve the minority community. His 6-point plan was very well received by the crowd. Obviously, a lot still to be done here in Iowa City. We're covering the corridor tonight in Iowa City. Jason Hackett, CBS 2 News, 10 at 10.